Seniors, listen closely, your bedtime routine might be quietly putting your life at risk. One small habit could mean the difference between waking up tomorrow or not. After 60, everything changes. Your heart, your brain, your sleep, they all become more sensitive. What used to feel harmless, a late-night snack, turning up the heat, or popping a sleeping pill, can now increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, even sudden death in the middle of the night. That's why in this video, we're exposing 7 common nighttime habits that could quietly turn deadly, especially as you age. These aren't rare situations, they're everyday things millions of people do without a second thought. And here's the part no one tells you, the final habit we cover. It's the most dangerous of all. So, if you're over 60, or you love someone who is, stay with me. What you learn in the next few minutes could literally save a life. Number 1, ignoring snoring, sleep apnea, and insomnia. Snoring isn't just a noisy nuisance, it could be your body's cry for help. Many people laugh it off or blame it on age, but if you're over 60, it's time to pay closer attention. Loud snoring, gasping for air, waking up with a dry mouth, or feeling exhausted despite a full night's sleep, these aren't just signs of aging. They could be signals of a serious condition called obstructive sleep apnea, and ignoring them might cost you your life. Sleep apnea happens when the airway becomes blocked during sleep, causing breathing to stop for several seconds, over and over again throughout the night. Each pause starves your body of oxygen, putting massive strain on your heart and brain. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize it's happening. They think they slept through the night, but their body was fighting for breath again and again. The long-term health risks are alarming. Sleep apnea dramatically increases your risk of heart attacks, strokes, high blood pressure, and even dementia. It robs your brain of the oxygen it needs, night after night, slowly damaging memory, focus, and mood. That's why people with untreated sleep apnea often feel tired all day, struggle to concentrate, and may even experience depression or anxiety. It's not just poor sleep, it's a dangerous health crisis hiding in plain sight. Some signs are obvious, like loud, frequent snoring or waking up gasping for air. But others are easy to overlook: dry mouth in the morning, headaches, brain fog, or that constant tiredness that never seems to go away. If any of these sound familiar, it's time to take action. The good news? This condition is treatable, and the earlier you act, the better. The first step is getting a sleep study, which can be done at home or in a clinic. It's painless, and it gives you and your doctor critical insight into what's happening while you sleep. If diagnosed with sleep apnea, you may be recommended a CPAP machine, a small device that keeps your airway open during sleep, helping you breathe normally and rest deeply. Many people who start CPAP therapy report dramatic improvements in energy, mental clarity, and overall health within just a few weeks. There are also important lifestyle habits that support better sleep and safer breathing. Avoid alcohol and sedatives before bed. These relax the muscles in your throat and can make apnea worse. Create a quiet, dark, and cool sleep environment to encourage deep rest. If you sleep on your back, try shifting to your side, especially the left side, which improves airflow and reduces snoring. Ignoring snoring and poor sleep might seem harmless, but over time, the damage adds up, and it can be deadly. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, don't wait. Get checked, take action, and protect your heart, brain, and future. Your sleep isn't just about rest, it's about survival. Number 2, getting out of bed too fast. It sounds dramatic, but for seniors, this is a real and serious danger. You might think nothing of jumping out of bed in the middle of the night to use the bathroom or check on something. But moving too fast, especially from a lying to standing position, can cause a sudden drop in blood pressure, a condition known as postural hypotension. That drop in pressure can leave you dizzy, disoriented, or even unconscious, resulting in a fall that could change your life forever. As we age, the body takes longer to adjust from lying down to standing up. The blood doesn't circulate as quickly, and the brain may not get enough oxygen in those first few seconds. That's when the danger strikes. You might feel lightheaded, see black spots, or suddenly feel your knees give way. And if you fall? The consequences can be devastating: hip fractures, head trauma, broken wrists, or worse. Many falls result in long hospital stays and lengthy recoveries. Some lead to a permanent loss of mobility. But the ripple effects don't stop there. After a fall, many seniors develop a fear of falling again, which causes them to move less, exercise less, and slowly lose strength. This leads to muscle loss, poor balance, and a greater risk of future falls. It's a dangerous cycle that can spiral quickly. The good news? This is one of the easiest habits to fix, and the impact can be life-saving. Start with this simple rule: never rush out of bed. When you wake up, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Then slowly sit up and let your body adjust. Sit on the edge of the bed for a few seconds before standing. Let your circulation catch up so you feel steady and alert before taking that first step. Keep a glass of water next to your bed. Dehydration can make postural hypotension worse, especially in the morning. Sip some water before standing. It helps stabilize blood pressure and can prevent that lightheaded feeling. Also, make your environment fall-proof. Install soft night lights to gently illuminate the path to the bathroom or hallway. Avoid walking in the dark, which increases your chances of tripping. Wear non-slip slippers, not socks or bare feet, especially on smooth flooring. If possible, add grab bars or bed rails for extra support when getting up. These small tools can make a big difference in your safety. Getting out of bed may seem simple, but after 60, it needs to be done with care. A fall in the middle of the night can change your life in seconds. But a few mindful changes to your routine? They can help you stay strong, independent, and safe. Number 3, eating late at night. That might sound extreme, but for anyone over 60, it's a real and dangerous possibility. Eating late at night, especially heavy or unhealthy meals, can quietly place enormous stress on your heart and digestive system right when your body should be resting and healing. What used to be a harmless habit in your younger years becomes a serious health risk as you age. Here's why. As we get older, our metabolism slows down, digestion becomes less efficient, and the cardiovascular system becomes more sensitive to stress. When you eat right before bed, especially fatty foods, sweets, or large meals, your body doesn't get the downtime it needs. Instead of focusing on repair and restoration, it's forced to digest food, regulate blood sugar, and manage a spike in heart rate and blood pressure. This nighttime strain can lead to arrhythmias, or irregular heartbeats, that disrupt sleep and increase the risk of heart complications. Even more alarming, eating too close to bedtime can cause acid reflux, which may seem minor but carries hidden dangers. When you lie down with a full stomach, stomach acid can back up into the esophagus, causing irritation, inflammation, and even breathing problems. In some cases, that reflux can trigger sleep apnea, a condition where breathing repeatedly stops during sleep. And in more severe situations, the acid can be aspirated into the lungs, leading to aspiration pneumonia, which can be fatal in older adults. It doesn't stop there. Late-night eating also promotes fat buildup in the arteries, silently increasing the risk of stroke during sleep. The good news is, this dangerous habit is entirely preventable with just a few simple changes. Start by making sure you eat dinner at least 3 hours before going to bed. This gives your body time to properly digest the meal without interfering with your sleep or overworking your heart. Avoid foods that are high in fat or refined carbohydrates. Think pasta, fried items, pastries, or sweets. These spike your blood sugar and increase inflammation. Instead, go for meals that are light, balanced, and heart-friendly, such as grilled vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. If you really need a little something before bed, choose gentle snacks like a small serving of fruit, plain yogurt, or a handful of nuts, foods that are easier to digest and less likely to cause blood sugar spikes or reflux. Also, consider elevating the head of your bed slightly to help reduce reflux, especially if you've experienced nighttime heartburn before. What you eat, and when you eat, has a profound impact on how your body functions while you sleep. By changing your evening eating habits, you're not just improving digestion. You're reducing your risk of heart attack, stroke, and sleep-related breathing issues. It's not about giving up food, it's about giving your body the rest it truly needs. Number 4, drinking too much water before bed. Staying hydrated is essential, especially as we age, but when you drink water matters just as much as how much you drink. If you're over 60, that nightly habit of downing a big glass of water before bed might be putting your safety and your health at serious risk. You see, as we get older, our bodies handle fluids differently. The kidneys slow down, the bladder becomes more sensitive, and we become more prone to imbalance and blood pressure fluctuations. Drinking too much water, or any fluid, before bed may seem harmless, but it can lead to frequent trips to the bathroom during the night. And that's where the danger begins. Getting up at night in a sleepy, dark environment increases your chances of falling. Nighttime falls are one of the leading causes of injury, hospitalizations, and even death among older adults. A single misstep in the dark can lead to a broken hip, head trauma, or long-term immobility. But the risks don't end there. When you suddenly stand up to rush to the bathroom, your blood pressure can drop, leading to dizziness, fainting, or confusion, a condition known as postural hypotension. And if your heart is already under strain, the extra fluid in your body can lead to increased heart rate and pressure, which may worsen existing cardiovascular issues. And let's not forget the impact on your brain. Sleep disruption, caused by waking multiple times to urinate, leads to poor sleep quality, which over time can impair memory, focus, and emotional health. In fact, chronic sleep deprivation is directly linked to a higher risk of cognitive decline and dementia in older adults. So, what's the solution? It's simple and highly effective. Hydrate during the day, not at night. Drink plenty of water throughout the morning and afternoon so your body has time to process it. Then, in the evening, begin to reduce your fluid intake, especially in the last 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Also, steer clear of diuretic beverages like tea, coffee, and even some juices later in the day. These drinks stimulate the kidneys and increase urine production, making nighttime urgency even worse. If you do feel thirsty before bed, take only small sips, not a full glass. And prepare your environment. Install soft night lights in your bedroom and hallway, and keep a clear, stable path to the bathroom. Use non-slip slippers, and consider adding grab bars or a sturdy bed rail to help you stay steady if you do need to get up. Remember, it's not about avoiding water, it's about timing it right. Your heart, your brain, and your bones depend on a full night of restful, uninterrupted sleep. So drink smart, stay safe, and protect your health, one glass at a time. Number 5, sleeping in a hot room. It might feel comforting to sleep in a toasty room under thick blankets, especially during colder months, but if you're over 60, that cozy feeling could be quietly harming your health. As we age, our body's ability to regulate temperature weakens, and sleeping in a room that's too warm can disrupt critical processes that your body depends on during rest. During sleep, your core body temperature naturally drops to help initiate deep, restorative sleep. But when your environment is too hot, it throws off this rhythm. Your body has to work harder to cool down, placing unnecessary strain on the heart and circulatory system exactly when it's supposed to be recovering. And the consequences aren't small. Sleeping in an overheated room can lead to dehydration, which causes your blood to thicken, increasing the risk of stroke and heart attacks, especially in older adults. The body loses fluids through sweating at night, and if you're not properly hydrated or if the room is sealed tight with no airflow, your cardiovascular system is put under added pressure. Overheating also disrupts your sleep cycles. You may not realize it, but hot environments prevent you from reaching the deep stages of sleep where your brain repairs, your muscles recover, and your immune system gets its boost. As a result, you may wake up feeling groggy, foggy, or tired even after 8 hours in bed. Long-term poor sleep quality can lead to cognitive decline, increased risk of dementia, and a weakened immune system, making you more vulnerable to infections and illness. And for those who suffer from respiratory issues like COPD or asthma, a hot and stuffy room can make breathing more difficult, reduce oxygen levels, and increase nighttime coughing or wheezing. So what can you do? The solution is simple and life-changing. First, keep your bedroom temperature between 18 degrees Celsius to 22 degrees Celsius, 64 degrees Fahrenheit to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. This range helps your body enter deep sleep more naturally and reduces nighttime cardiovascular stress. Avoid cranking up the heat or using heavy electric blankets that trap too much warmth. Instead, choose breathable, lightweight fabrics, cotton sheets, loose-fitting pajamas, and a thin blanket that keeps you comfortable without overheating. If your room tends to get stuffy, use a fan or humidifier to improve air circulation. These tools help distribute air more evenly and prevent that suffocating heat buildup that often goes unnoticed until it disrupts your sleep. When safe to do so, slightly open a window to allow fresh, cooler air to flow in. Even a small crack can make a big difference in how your body regulates temperature overnight. You don't have to suffer for comfort. With just a few adjustments, your bedroom can become a safe haven for deep, healing rest. So tonight, ask yourself, is your room helping you sleep or silently making things worse? Number 6, sleeping in the wrong position. It's something most people never think twice about, how they sleep. You lie down, get comfortable, and drift off. But after age 60, your sleeping position could quietly be putting your health and your life at serious risk. Certain sleep positions can actually reduce oxygen flow to the brain, trigger breathing issues, and even increase the risk of stroke or heart complications while you sleep. And unfortunately, most people stick to the same sleeping position night after night, never realizing the danger. Let's start with the most common culprit, back sleeping. When you sleep on your back, gravity causes your tongue and soft throat tissues to relax and fall backward. This can partially block your airway, especially in older adults whose muscle tone is naturally weaker. The result? Obstructive sleep apnea, a dangerous condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. This limits oxygen to your brain and heart and can contribute to high blood pressure, heart disease, and cognitive decline over time. Then there's right-side sleeping, which many assume is safe. But studies have shown that lying on your right side can actually put extra pressure on the heart, particularly the inferior vena cava, the large vein responsible for returning blood to the heart. This can reduce circulation efficiency, promote fluid retention, and even raise the risk of heart failure in those already vulnerable. Worse still, Poor circulation during sleep can encourage the formation of blood clots, which can lead to ischemic stroke, a potentially fatal condition where blood flow to part of the brain is blocked. So what's the safest sleeping position, especially for older adults? The answer: left side sleeping. Sleeping on your left side has multiple benefits. It helps improve blood flow throughout the body, supports better digestion, and significantly reduces the risk of acid reflux by keeping the stomach contents lower than the esophagus. It also takes pressure off the heart and encourages better oxygen flow to the brain, all essential for safe, restorative sleep. If you're not used to sleeping on your left side, don't worry, there are ways to train your body. Start by placing a firm pillow between your knees to keep your spine aligned and your hips comfortable. This reduces strain on your lower back and makes it easier to stay in position throughout the night. You can also tuck a pillow behind your back to prevent rolling over. If neck discomfort is an issue, try using an orthopedic neck pillow designed to maintain proper alignment of your head and spine. These small adjustments can greatly improve comfort and reduce the risk of health complications tied to poor sleeping posture. Your sleeping position matters more than you think. Don't let something as simple as how you lie in bed put your health at risk. A small shift to your left could make a big difference in your heart, brain, and overall well-being. Number 7. Relying on sleeping pills or meds at night. That little tablet you take to help you sleep might seem harmless, maybe even necessary. But if you're over 60, relying on sleeping pills or nighttime medications could be quietly endangering your health in ways you never imagined. Medications like benzodiazepines, such as diazepam, clonazepam, or alprazolam, are commonly prescribed to treat anxiety or insomnia. Others might take painkillers or even blood pressure medications before bed. But here's the hidden danger: as we age, our bodies process these drugs differently. What used to be manageable at 40 can become hazardous at 70. These medications often suppress the central nervous system, which can slow down breathing, reduce oxygen levels, and interfere with natural sleep cycles. In severe cases, this can lead to respiratory arrest during sleep, a potentially fatal condition, especially for those with pre-existing heart or lung issues. Sleeping pills can also cause excessive sedation, leading to balance problems and confusion if you get up in the night. This dramatically raises your risk of falls, which are already one of the leading causes of injury and hospitalization in older adults. A fall from disorientation in the dark could result in a hip fracture, head trauma, or even permanent loss of mobility. Then there's the issue of brain health. Long-term use of sedatives has been linked to cognitive decline, memory problems, and a higher risk of developing dementia. Your body may be asleep, but your brain isn't getting the deep, restorative rest it needs to stay sharp. Another overlooked risk? Sudden drops in blood pressure during sleep, especially in those taking nighttime doses of blood pressure medications. While controlling blood pressure is important, too much of a dip while you're asleep can reduce blood flow to the brain and heart, increasing the risk of stroke or fainting episodes when you wake up. On top of all that, drug interactions, especially when multiple medications are taken together, can intensify side effects or reduce your body's ability to process them safely, putting added strain on your liver and kidneys. So what's the solution? Start with natural alternatives. Try herbal teas like chamomile or valerian root before bed. Practice deep breathing or guided relaxation to help calm your mind naturally. Create a bedtime routine that signals your body it's time to rest. Dim the lights, avoid screens, and keep your bedroom cool and quiet. If you're currently taking sleep meds, don't stop suddenly, but talk to your doctor. Discuss whether the medication is still necessary, or if a lower dose or alternative approach might be safer. Never take high-risk medications at night unless your physician has specifically recommended it, and always monitor your blood pressure regularly if you're on hypertension drugs. Remember, sleep is meant to heal your body, not harm it. With the right steps, you can get the rest you need, safely and naturally. Let's take a moment to recap. We've covered 7 nighttime habits that might seem small, but can have life-threatening consequences, especially after age 60. From eating late and drinking too much water before bed, to sleeping in the wrong position, in a hot room, or relying too heavily on medications, each of these habits can quietly strain your heart, disrupt your breathing, and put you at serious risk while you sleep. But here's the good news: every one of these dangers is preventable. With a few small, thoughtful changes, you can protect your heart, your brain, your mobility, and wake up feeling stronger, safer, and more refreshed. So if you've recognized any of these habits in your own routine, don't wait. Take action tonight. Adjust your sleep environment. Rethink your bedtime behaviors. Talk to your doctor. Share this with someone you love. Your health is worth the effort. Adopt safer sleep habits, consult your doctor, and choose life-enhancing routines starting tonight. Better sleep doesn't just feel good, it saves lives. Let it start with yours.